Hey, 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 it's your girl Kira with the Divine Blueprint. I'm happy to be back, y'all. Welcome back to the podcast. As you can see, we are doing video today. We're going to be going full video. I want to say the month of December, we are going to start doing live interviews and doing video. I didn't want to do the interviews with just the audio because I alternate sometimes between video and audio, but I didn't want to just do the interviews audio. I'm shifting my platform. I'm shifting my podcast from one site to another, one that will work better with me with what I'm trying to do. So stay in store for that. In December, we got some changes coming about. So I want to tell you guys that, but also too, I won't be. At first I was going live Wednesdays and Fridays. I have a lot of projects that I'm launching, and I told you about this a little bit in the last podcast that I did. I got a lot of projects that I'm launching and a lot of things that I'm working on at one time, and I prefer that. But I can't be on here I can't commit to every Wednesday and every Friday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shift my date to every Friday, and I'm going to come on here Wednesdays when I can. And that'll be like a bonus podcast episode or something like that. And then I'll definitely be on here every Friday. So what we're going to do is, moving forward, we're going to combine Messy Tea Friday and Ask Kira Anything on Fridays. And on Wednesdays, and we'll do the Ask Kira Anythings on Wednesdays as a bonus episode if I have the time to come on, or whatever the case may be. Life is going to shift, things are going to change, your mind is going to change, and so is your availability, and that's okay. As long as you communicate that, and as long as you have some level of consistency. Sometimes you got to shift things, move things around. It's trial and error, it comes with the game. And if you guys are wondering what I'm holding in my hand, this is a really pretty crystal that I have. This is rose quartz. It's supposed to ground you, give you, promote unconditional love and different things like that. So I hold it sometimes in my hand when I'm doing, either when I'm doing readings or when I'm talking to people, or just when I want to ground my energy. But today's message is going to be about trusting the Most High even when you're not getting your way. Don't not allowing this temporary storm to cause you to forget who the Most High is. Don't allow this temporary storm to confuse you and trick you out of your spot. Don't allow this temporary setback, or this temporary no, as you may perceive it, to cause you to forget who the Most High really is and who you are to the Most High. This message came to me yesterday, and I put out a different message instead. I didn't do a podcast, but I can also be found on, depending on where you're watching me at. You might be watching me on YouTube, you might be watching me on Podbean, or you could be seeing this on TikTok. I post certain messages on TikTok too, but depending on where you're watching me at, I posted a video yesterday on YouTube and TikTok, and it was basically talking about how just because you're not getting what you want, or your prayer might not be answered as quickly as you would like it to, doesn't mean that you still don't have favor with the Most High. It doesn't mean that He's not listening to you. It does not mean that He is not going to answer that prayer. It does not mean that He is not going to show up. It does not mean that. It doesn't mean that He has abandoned you. It doesn't mean that He doesn't love you. It doesn't mean that you have angered Him in some way. It doesn't mean any of those things. See, when things used to happen to me, I used to question my walk with the Most High. I used to question whether I upset Him, rather I made a wrong decision, rather I was getting disciplined for something that I had did, or something that I had said, or if I wasn't moving in a way in which He wanted me to, or if I angered Him in some type of way. And sometimes that is the case. But I'm getting for y'all, it came through clear as day when I was in the shower. I'm getting for y'all that it's not about rather you angered Him. For the group of people that watch me, for if this reading, or if this message found you, then this message is for you. And it's not about you angering Him. It's not about you upsetting Him in any way. It's about your patience. It's about you remembering and knowing who God is and standing firm in your beliefs even when you don't get your way. The Most High, sometimes He wants to test us to see how we're going to act when we don't get what we want. Are you still going to praise me? Are you still going to love me? Are you still going to honor me when I don't give you what you want? When I don't give you what you want when you ask me for it, or if I don't give you exactly what you ask me for? Because that happens sometimes too. Sometimes we'll ask the Most High for something and it won't come in the way that we asked Him for. And sometimes we don't even realize that's protection. Because as I told you, your mind changes. I want you guys to remember that when you pray for certain things and we get hell bent on certain things, we get fixated on certain things. I want you to remember that the Most High sees the future, right? And so when something that you ask for doesn't come in, or it doesn't come in the way that you asked for it to come in, it's not a replica of your exact prayer, sometimes that's protection. Sometimes that's the Most High saying, like, I know you asked me for this, but you don't see what I see down the line. You don't see what I see in the future. You don't know that your mind is going to change. You don't know that that environment is no longer going to benefit you. You don't know that person that you tell me that you want to marry and that you want me to fix for you, that marriage or that person that you are asking me to work on, you don't know that it's in your best interest if you leave that person altogether. That person is assigned to someone else. I've assigned them elsewhere. I've assigned you to something else. I've assigned you to someone else. So sometimes when we pray for certain things, keep in mind that your mind changes and the Most High know your mind changes and the Most High has your best interest at heart. So some prayers will not get answered for a few different reasons. You also want to make sure that you check your intentions at the door. When you go and you ask the Most High for something, you want to make sure that you go to Him and you check your intentions at the door. So when you go and you pray for something, if you're praying for something selfish and you're praying for someone to have a downfall, or you're praying to quote unquote be on top so that you can prove a point to people in a malicious way, it's not going to happen. It's not going to come through that way. These things that you pray for have to be unselfish, filled with love and light, and for more reasons than just for you. It got to be beyond selfish reasons. And it has to be in alignment with what He wants you to do and in alignment with your true purpose, or else it won't come through. So a key takeaway is to remember that. So remember that when you pray, certain prayers won't be answered for your protection, for your divine path, and also because your mind changes over time. How many times has it happened where you prayed for something, or you asked the Most High for something, and then it doesn't work out, it doesn't happen, right? But then as time goes on, you realize why it didn't work out and it didn't happen, and you ended up receiving better. And then you get to thinking like, wow, like if it had went my way, if I had got what I thought that I wanted or what I thought that I needed, then this would alter my whole reality. It will alter everything that I have going on right now. It would change the whole dynamic. That has happened to me. That has happened to me several times. When I thought that I wanted something, or I wanted someone, or I wanted a particular situation to work out, my life years later shows me exactly why it did not work out the way that I thought it was supposed to. Shows me exactly why it didn't work out with the people that I thought that I wanted. The people that I thought that I wanted to deal with, the people that I thought I wanted in my life as friends, the people that I thought that I wanted to maintain relationships with in my family, the people I thought I needed validation from, the people I thought were going to be around for the long haul. When these people got taken from me, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand that it was for my greater good. I didn't understand that this was protection. So be mindful that if your prayer isn't answered, and sometimes it will not be, depending on your intentions and depending on if it's aligned with your true life's path, or it may be delayed. And majority of the time when your prayers are delayed, it's because the Most High has to take the training wheels off sometimes. And what that means is the Most High has to show you you. He has to show you who you are, how much you have grown, how much now You can trust your own advice. You can trust your own self. When things happen to us, right? And we go through trials and tribulations in life, and it makes us scared sometimes. It makes us not rely on our own strength or on our own wisdom, on our own insights. So what we do, we get to asking other people advice. We get to receiving unwarranted advice from other people that we shouldn't be taking advice from, because they're not in a position to be able to give advice anyway. And don't make a mistake about it, they don't have to be experts, but they do have to have some type of wisdom or some type of relation to the situation or some type of knowledge, been there, did that, or whatever, in order to be able to aid you in that particular situation. And it's recommended that they be connected to the Most High in some way. Otherwise, you don't know what place in them that advice is coming from, because people have different things attached to them. Everybody don't have the Most High attached to them. Just saying. So when it comes down to that, you want to make sure that, you know, your intentions and everything are all aligned. They all come together. So, you know, to whoever needs that, you know, you want to make sure that you know that your prayers, some will come in and some won't. And the Most High has to, sometimes they are delayed. The Most High has to take the training wheels off. He can't hold your hand through every situation. He had, just like a parent, he's our father, like a parent. What do? We nurture our kids. We take care of them. We feed them, whatever the case may be. As a baby, we're changing you. We're feeding you. We're getting bottle fed or breastfed, whatever. And then there comes a time where we take the training wheels off and they begin to feed themselves. No more bottle. They get to drinking out of the cups and different things like that. So that's a scenario that I can compare it to. Sometimes the Most High has to take the training wheels off and show you that you got this. And show you, hey, you know, I've carried you along this way. I showed you consistently who I am. Now when I'm silent and I'm letting you live, I'm letting you do you. Do you still believe? Do you still believe like you told me you believe? Do you only believe in me when you are getting your way? Do you only believe in me when you are getting what you want? Do you only praise me and pray to me when you are getting your way? When things are going in your favor, do you only talk to me then? Or do you only come to me when you want something, when you need something from me? Do you ignore me otherwise? Because a lot of people, they only pray when they need something. They only pray when they are in a manic situation. They only pray when their back is against the wall and they don't know what they're going to do. So they begin to pray. God takes note of that. He takes note of rather you just casually talking to him or you're coming to him only when you're in a crisis. And so sometimes the Most High will do that. He'll take the training wheels off just to see how you're going to act. Are you going to curse me? Are you going to get angry with me? Is your faith going to change? Is your heart posture towards me going to change because you are not getting what you want? You're not getting what you want right away. Are you going to change the way that you feel about me? Are you going to change the way that you praise me? Are you going to change the way that you praise me and tell other people about the goodness that I have brought into your life just because in this particular season, this particular moment, you're not getting what you want? So the Most High will do that. He will test you. Expect tests, especially if you're on this journey to discovering yourself and learning the Most High. Expect tests. Expect that sometimes it's not going to come in right away and it's not going to come in the way that you expect. And we need to learn how to stop putting the Most High in a box. You may want him to answer a prayer a particular way, and the Most High may have something totally different in store for you. Learn to respect that. You might not understand it, but learn to respect it. Because God can blow your mind with something way better than what you've been praying for. You might be asking for one thing, and the Most High might be like, you know what? No, my child deserves way, way better. And that might take longer. But at the same time, it is your just due. It is better. It is what you asked for and more. You know, so just consider these things, you know, make sure that your relationship with the Most High is from a genuine place. It's from an authentic place. Can nobody tell you exactly how to pray? Can nobody tell you exactly the exact relationship you need to have with the Most High? I believe these things are authentic. These things need to be organic. There's no better way to go to the Most High than organically and authentically, because he knows your heart, your mind, your thoughts, and what you're going to speak in the future before you even say it or before you even arrive. So one person that you can't pretend with is the Most High. And so, we got to make sure that, we're not allowing this temporary storms. I heard evictions for some. I heard foreclosure for some. I heard repossession for some. I heard unpaid debts, unpaid loans for some. Understand that the Most High is going to bring you through these things. He's going to carry you through these things that we go. I can't give you a reason for why every single thing has happened in your life. But what I can tell you is that help is on the way. That the Most High is not going to leave you there stranded so long as you believe in him, so long as you are not cursing him. Help is on the way. Restoration is on the way. Just because it didn't happen yet, the Most High wants you to know that I'm still going to fulfill my promises to you. I'm still going to do what I said I was going to do. Have you no faith? Do you not know who I am? Do you not know the mountains that I can move? Do you not know that the very air that you breathe, the ground that you walk on, the foundations on earth, they are of me? Yeah, man may have took it and spent it in the way that he wanted to spin it, but who has the ultimate control, the ultimate say-so? That's why I told you guys not to make anyone your God. Don't make anyone your God except for the Most High. So that's something that had came to me to tell you guys, make sure you're checking your intentions at the door. Make sure your relationship with the Most High is not ego driven. It's not on a needy basis. You can ask him for things, but he would prefer you to talk to him even when you don't need anything. He wants you to come to him when you are not in crisis. He wants you to invite him into your space, invite him into your heart, invite him into your thoughts. He wants you to come and pray to him and come and talk to him. Come and seek his advice before you seek someone else's advice. And after you pray, sit in silence for a second so that you can learn to hear his voice. You can learn to heed your own advice by using your intuition. After you pray, don't immediately call nobody or don't immediately go into acting and doing other things. After you pray, sit in silence for a minute and see what comes to you. Does anything come to you? Do you think about anything immediately that may answer that particular thought or that particular thing that you prayed for, that particular guidance? Does anything come to you directly after you pray to the Most High? And so also be careful of the fact that the enemy uses these particular situations to try and trick you out your spot, right? So when you don't get what you want to get, let's say you don't get the promotion that you want. Let's say the relationship that you got into doesn't work out. Let's say you low on finances and you want to go and do low vibrational things and you want to get the acting low vibrational. You want to get to cursing the Most High God because you feel as though if you're a child of God and you believe in God, then why aren't I always covered? I just gave you the reason why. It doesn't mean that you're not covered. It just means that this is one of those seasons where the training wheels are off. What do teachers do? They teach you, right? They guide you. And then there comes the moment where you are to be tested. They give you a test. They give you a pop quiz. And then you have to put to use what you have learned. See, we don't just learn and just go through things for no reason. It's not for nothing. You get put to the test. Your knowledge gets put to the test. What you learn to see, are you going to go off of what you thought the answer was or how you thought you should move? Or are you going to utilize what you have been taught? Are you going to utilize what you have been taught, the new knowledge? Okay? Because sometimes the enemy uses those vulnerable points when we don't get our way because he knows that he starts attacking our ego. He starts attacking our faith in that way. And it's like, okay, this is my entry point right here. That's why you got to be deeply rooted and deeply solid in your beliefs, what you believe and what you feel about the Most High. Can't nobody shake me when it comes down to what I believe, when it comes down to the Most High. You cannot move me. Your faith has to be the same. You have to be unmovable, unshakable. Your relationship with the Most High should stand the test of time. The same way you forgive that man, and the same way you forgive those friends that have betrayed you, whatever the case may be, put him on the utmost pedestal. Most humans don't deserve that type of pedestal. I'm just keeping it real. But the Most High does. The Most High does. If you're going to give anybody the benefit of the doubt, if you're going to believe in anything or anyone, okay, believe in the Most High. Don't count him out. Don't play fake with the Most High God. Just because something don't go your way immediately when it wants to, now you want to be fake with the Most High? Now you want to curse him for situations that you place yourself into? Give it some time. Give it some time and trust. Trust. You have to learn how to trust. You have to learn how to trust the Most High. And immediately after that, you have to learn how to trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Trust your faith. Trust your walk with the Most High. Don't even leave the door, not even a little bit on a crack, because that's what the enemy uses to come in and manipulate your mind, manipulate your thoughts, deter you from the Most High, distract you from what really is. They see the enemy will use these times to come in and tell you, oh, you can't have that. You're not as smart as you think you are. You'll never be a millionaire. That business will never grow. Your kids don't love you. Nobody loves you. You're not capable. You can't. You won't. You don't have the support of the Most High. The Most High allow those thoughts to come in and see if you're going to self-regulate those thoughts, and you're going to hold on to what he told you and what he showed you. So I just wanted to tell y'all that, and be careful out here. Don't be influenced by what you see and what you hear. Be influenced by what's in here. And what I mean by what you hear, I mean what you hear on the internet. Don't be influenced and shaken and scared by what you see going on in this world. This world could just be as chaotic as it want to be. But you have to have that internal peace, that internal guide that lets you know that, hey, you know what? All ain't well on earth. All ain't well around me. But in my heart and in my relationship with my faith in the Most High, all is sound. All is okay. All will be well. You have to know that you have to reach a place where you're okay regardless of what's going on. It's a learned skill. It doesn't happen overnight. I had to develop it. It's a learned skill. But if you're going to learn anything, that's a skill that you're going to want to learn, because there are a lot of things that are going to be happening over the next couple of months, over the next couple of years. And so you want to make sure that you're grounded and you are standing firm in your beliefs, because that is what's going to save you from getting swept off your feet. That is going to save you from spiraling out of control, spiraling out of fear. That's going to save you. Your relationship with the Most High is going to save you. Your faith is going to save you from a lot of the things that, non-believers may have to deal with. And this isn't any judgment. This is just what it is. So make sure that your beliefs in the Most High and your beliefs overall are deeply rooted. Don't be tricked out of your beliefs and tricked out of your spot based on other people, or based out of fear, or allowing the enemy to manipulate your mind because things might not be fast-tracked the way that you want, or things may not be panning out the way that you want. It could be protection and you're just getting manipulated, because the enemy uses these small entryways. And if you don't have a strong mind, you'll be tricked right out of your spot. And what spot is that? Your spot next to the Most High. Just saying. So I love y'all. And until next time, I'll holla at y'all.